marching down the streets of the nation's capital.
We're here to just really pay homage to those individuals who came before us.
In celebration of Memorial Day. Also, a special concert.
It's an important holiday to me.
For the holiday weekend, Caplin News reports from our D.C. bureau. And G-Force speeding down the beach. A look into the Air and Sea Show with equipment from the U.S. military. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Benjamin Cure.
And I'm Emma Alonso. Today is Tuesday, May 28th, 2024.
Live from the Lee Kaplan School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Israel's invasion of Rafah causing tension with the White House. Unlivable conditions in Gaza this morning, according to experts, as Israel carried out its invasion of Rafah over the weekend, crossing President Biden's state red line.
At least 45 people were killed on Sunday night, including civilians in a tent camp for displaced people that Israel had previously called a safe area. UNICEF Global spokesperson James Elder shares the tragic stories of children living through the war.
Children who've had amputations, children who have not spoken for several months, such as the level of trauma that they're dealing with, or a child who's lost a mother and is living now with an auntie and no other surviving family. These stories aren't unique. They are in the thousands and thousands.
Israeli airstrikes and tank fire continued overnight as Israel pushed into the central Rafah region this morning.
A plane load of passengers is safely in South Florida this morning after a scare in the air. On Sunday, Spirit Airlines flight headed to Fort Lauderdale returned safely to Jamaica following a suspected mechanical issue. One passenger says they were asked to put on a life vest in preparation for what could be an emergency water landing. The passengers got on another plane and completed the trip to Fort Lauderdale.
Heroes honored this morning after a major parade and concert in our nation's capital. D.C. Bureau reporter Amelia Orjuela begins our team coverage from along the parade route.
May God bless our fallen heroes. May God bless their families. And may God bless the United States of America.
Despite the cloudy weather, yesterday the National Memorial Day Parade took place for the 20th consecutive time on Constitution Avenue. Tim Holbert, the president of the Americans Veterans Center and the parade producer, shared his experience over the years.
The interaction between the veterans and the families that have fallen on the street and the crowds along the parade route has just been really, really great to watch.
People lined up along the parade route to watch marching bands, live performances, and to express gratitude as Carl Fulton did.
We're here to just really pay homage to those individuals who came before us.
This year, the Memorial Day Parade was led by surviving heroes of World War II to commemorate the celebration of D-Day on June 6th. Thousands of people gathered together here in Washington, D.C., not only to celebrate the life of these people who sacrificed for our country, but to allow veterans to share their experiences.
Dennis Carwell, a U.S. Marine Corps veteran who served in Vietnam, recounted his most difficult moments during his service.
Suppose getting blown up in a truck a long time ago and lost 3 of my buddies. They were killed. And there were 6 others who were seriously wounded.
As these veterans remember, some gave some and some gave all. With less than 1% of the 16.4 million Americans who served during World War II still alive, the Americans Veterans Center, in collaboration with the World War II Veterans Committee, is working to preserve their legacy. Reporting from Washington, D.C. for Caplin News, I'm Amelia Orjuela.
And continuing our coverage is D.C. Bureau reporter Laura Palfrey, who listened to all-star performances and tributes during the 35th anniversary of the Memorial Day concert. Here's more on the day's activities.
I'm here at the National Memorial Day concert where thousands have gathered to honor the brave servicemen and women who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Let's take a look and listen of what this American tradition has to offer.
For over 3 decades, this concert has served as a memorial service for the nation.
As the sun sets, the west lawn of the U.S. Capitol transforms into a meaningful scene of remembrance and reverence. The National Memorial Day Concert, an annual event, brings together Gold Star families, veterans, and dignitaries to honor America's fallen heroes.
It's really important to me, anyway, to celebrate our military service people, how much they've given, their families have given, and it's an important holiday to me.
Actors Joe Mantegna and Gary Sinise, longtime advocates for veterans, hosted this year's concert. The event featured musical performances by singers including Cynthia Erivo and Gary LaVox, mixed with stories of valor read by actors such as Bryan Cranston, B.D. Wong, and Jenna Malone.
They stepped up to put their lives on the line for the rest of us.
Their courage serves as a powerful reminder of the true cost of freedom, and it's evident that their legacy resonates deeply.
I think that any time a local community, or like here on the Capitol lawn, just Americans and people from everywhere in the world coming together to support a cause like that, you know, to support all those people that did give their lives for this country, I think it's amazing.
In light of the 80th anniversary of D-Day next week, there are many other ways to honor their legacy. The Memorial Day Parade offers another way to pay tribute, as well as visiting war memorials and participating in community events. Reporting for Caplin News in Washington, D.C., I'm Laura Palfrey.
Miami Beach is still buzzing this morning after all the excitement of the Hyundai Air and Sea Show. As Caplin's Daniel Zulueta reports, it was the main event for Memorial Day weekend in South Florida.
Thousands of people joined together this weekend in Miami Beach to celebrate the annual Air and Sea Show. One of the reasons why the military is holding the event is to remind people why they get to enjoy themselves on the beach. I asked some of the veterans on the field on what the true meaning of Memorial Day meant for them.
If it wasn't for the soldiers that have sacrificed themselves in this country, as myself and a bunch of my friends that were lost in combat, I think that that's the most important thing for Memorial Day. I think everyone should take time to say thanks to these soldiers in their memory. I have lots of friends that I've lost in battle, so I really want everyone to appreciate everything that we've done for this country.
The chance of the United States Armed Forces to connect with the community, to truly explore it, and to truly bring meaning to life of what it is to celebrate Memorial Day. And it's to celebrate those that have served with us, to remember their sacrifice, and to be able to connect with the community and telling them that they're secure and that we're defending our freedom as a community, not just as an enterprise fighting on a singular level. We receive huge support from our community, from our students, from our leaders, from our civilian leaders, right? The message is to come up, join forces, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your job is. I'll do my job so that we'll have a peace on this fighting, on the fight for freedom.
This three-day event commemorates all 5 military branches who sacrificed their lives for our freedom. In Miami Beach, for Caplin News, I'm Daniela Zuleta.
We have some new video this morning after a Florida officer saves a kitten in the middle of the highway. Officer Thomas Stanfield was on patrol in Gainesville, Florida earlier this month when he noticed a fragile feline was laying down next to a truck while cars zoomed past in the next lane. The officer held the little guy in his hand while he drove away. The police department says the kitten found a new home with one of their dispatchers.
Mike Tyson takes off from Miami International Airport and needs medical attention before landing.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Jazz gets all of this one way out toward right field. Long gone, solo home run to tie it here in the third.
The Marlins play a game near a major Navy base and show off some firepower of their own. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action. And from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
A soldier ceremony to mark Memorial Day before the first pitch of the Game 1 between Marlins and the Padres. Marlins fans are still scratching their heads this morning over the unusual way that the winning run was scored.
Game 1 was against the Padres was a daytime showdown in San Diego. At the top of the third, Marlins Jazz Chisholm Jr. hit a solo home run to tie up the score at 1-1. Bottom of the seventh, the Marlins ended up walking in what would become the game-winning run. Both teams will take the team against tonight for Game 2 of the series at 9:40 p.m. Final score was from Game 1, Marlins 1, Padres 2.
We are just learning that Mike Tyson is, quote, doing great after the legendary heavyweight boxer suffered a scary medical episode on a flight that departed Miami. The flight was headed to Los Angeles on Sunday. He became nauseous and dizzy from an ulcer flare-up. Tyson is currently preparing for a fight against Jake Paul, which is set to take place on July 20th near Dallas, Texas. The health scare comes just weeks after Netflix's cross-country press conferences to promote the fight. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Emma Alonso.
And I'm Benjamin Cure. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.